Time for a new video series here on Real Home Recording. My name's Adam. Let's get started. As some of you may know, I am a professional videographer, also a professional audio engineer, and there's been a lot of audio engineers coming onto YouTube in the past few years. So I figured instead of, trying to beat them, I'll just join them. And I will join them by reviewing their videos. I'm having fun with this just to be kind of like a little Mystery Science Theater 3000 type of deal. And I'm going to start off today with David from MixbusTV. He recently put up a video called API 5500 hardware versus plugin software, or whatever the title was. So without further ado, let's get started.
Analog versus plugin.
Alright, first of all, we have a white balance issue, but I do love his accent. +1 automatically for a European accent.
In this video, we hear in action the API 5500 mastering EQ hardware versus the plugin. Let's get to it.
Very brief introduction, right to the motion graphic introduction. Good start. I like that suspenseful music while his motion graphics are going on.
Hello everyone, welcome back to MixbusTV. Hope you're having a great day. Before we start, please check the info box down below for my mixing courses on ProMix Academy, free plugins, discounts, and special offers.
I like how he starts off promoting things. That's one thing that I don't do enough, promote things in the beginning of my videos. The background is a little distracting with the video flashing around, but again, I'd rather have something going on than nothing going on.
And if the videos are helping you, you want to support the channel, but most important now, access to the exclusive, members only, in-depth mix and mastering videos and courses here on the channel without having to go on another website. Click the join button down here, see all the perks of becoming a MixbusTV member, which includes mix consultations with me via Skype or email. Let's get to the video.
Cool, so if you join his Mixbus channel, you can get some free consultations, or included consultations, I should say. So that's a good perk. And there's other things, I believe. So again, he promoted things at the very beginning of the video. That's important because a lot of people will not watch until the end. So +1 on that.
I will compare the hardware analog API 5500 EQ here.
The blue's kind of cool. It actually adds a little bit of a tone. If you always have a natural white balance, it may just, be too samey, I guess is the word to say. Kind of like how sometimes maybe you should have a brighter mix, or sometimes maybe you should have a muddier mix. Just because one person thinks one way, it doesn't mean everybody has to emulate everybody else. The avatar look sometimes can work.
I will compare the hardware analog API 5500 EQ here with the Waves version of the 55B. I know there are many other plugins emulating that. I do like the Waves version of the API EQs.
Oh, all right. So I liked the concept of this video. The API 5500 hardware, great piece of hardware. I envy it. I love using it on Access Analog. But comparing it to the Waves API 550B, that plugin is 13 years old. It's the year 2020. That plugin came out in the year 2007. Digital signal processing technology has gotten a lot better over the years. I would have definitely went with probably the Acustica Audio Pink emulation of that. The 550B, it's close to the 5500, but they're not exactly the same. So -1 on that one.
A lot of members and subscribers asked me if I could show the unit when they saw that I got it.
I like that he made the video based on user feedback. He said that his main intent with the video is to show off the API 5500 hardware, and this is a good way of showing a comparison instead of just having the hardware process audio.
Also, as you probably know, all the API EQs have a fixed 2 dB step increment for the gain. The 5500 analog has a range knob, which makes possible to change that 2 dB step and turn it into 1 dB step or half dB step, which is amazing for mastering especially. So we won't be able to test this because the plugins only have the 2 dB steps, but let's get to it.
I like how he explained about the 2 dB step and the difference between an API 550B and the 5500. People who aren't familiar with the hardware may not know that, but it's good to say that and not assume.
To make this a little more accurate, even though it's a moot point, I will leave the hardware insert, you can see it here, right, API 5500, in the chain when I'm using the plugin, okay? So when this is bypassed, we will still hear the analog in and out from the converters, just to try to make it a little more scientific.
I appreciate that he left the analog to digital to analog conversion into the loop in true bypass mode, because without that, you know, when you pass analog out to digital and then bring it back in, it can affect the sound. So it was a good choice to do what he just did.
This particular emulation, it doesn't do anything to the sound, it just adds the noise. You can see it from there. And I actually tested it and it's higher. Well, first of all, it's different. And then it's higher than the actual hardware.
I always found it interesting that the analog button on the Waves 550B and 550A just added noise. That never made sense to me. Who wants to add noise to a plugin? I like how he laid out his window with the hardware on the bottom and the plugin on the left side, and then the DAW, we'll call it timeline, on the right side. The text on the screen, now this is just a little bit of a video editor observation. He did not keep the text in what's called the title safe area. So actually on the television here in Studio A, the last letter is like cut off on the edge of the screen. Where it says unbeatable, actually L and E are completely cut off. But I would say because most people are using newer monitors or TV screens these days, that's less of an issue. But on my old TV here, it is an issue because it's not edge to edge. I like that he put text over top of a background layer so that you can see it better, because if it was just text on top of the DAW screen, it would be harder to read. So far, I really like his samples. The first two choices were electric guitar and drums, and that's definitely where the API EQs are best known for, and that is probably what I would choose to show off for the very first two samples. No doubt about it. Very good choice. One thing I would have did is, it's not so obvious. I know, yes, you have to look at the true bypass, or I'm sorry, the bypass button when he's not using the plugin, but I think there's a better way to indicate when you have the software going versus the hardware. Usually what I do if I'm bypassed, I'll have it black and white, the whole screen. What I would have did is highlight the plugin, and then everything else would be in black and white or darkened. And then the hardware, when you switch to that, make that the only thing that's in color or the only thing that's bright. Just some visual indication of when you're switching between the two. I really like that he chose a variety of music genres to compare with the plugin. Instead of just rap or rock, he did pop, he did rock. Hopefully he'll do orchestral, we'll see. But if not, then at least he covered the three major ones, leaving out country music, but whatever, that's kind of like rock in my opinion.
All right, I think this is it for this video. We heard the API 5500 analog hardware mastering EQ in action on several different sources, different genres, different instruments.
I forgot to mention this earlier, but David, you need to make a video about, you know, your workout routine and what supplements you're taking. You know, like something about, like, dude, your arm is like bigger than my head, I think. And also we want to know about the hair. We this is a cool looking dude. He's got a unique look. You know what I mean? But seriously, I want to know his workout routine. Cause this one, I'm you know, it's better than it was a year ago. But you know, what am I not doing? I want to know.
We compared it really quick with one of the many plugin emulation. In this case, this was the Waves 5550B, which I still love. I absolutely love the API suite from Waves. It's great, regardless how close it is to the hardware or not.
I like how he mentioned even though the plugin may not match the hardware, he still finds it valuable, which I agree with. So, yes, good video. I am not going to play the rest of it because I don't want to ruin it for you. I will link to the video that I just reviewed below. Great job. I like MixbusTV. I think he provides a lot of value to the audio engineering community. My encode just went off. That's why it just beeped. But anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been Adam for RealHomeRecording.com. If you're new to the channel, I would appreciate it if you subscribed, but I would appreciate it even more if you checked out some of my older videos that have a lot of great newbie audio engineering tutorials, and also for people who are more experienced as well. I have a good variety of tutorials and also interviews as well. So anyway, bye!